Hey guys, hope you're in your confidence crowd the same way I am. Well, if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. I mean, it is free after all. My name is Kenyaman aka Kenny, back with another video. Let's roll that title sequence.
All the way and face that another day we go bottoms up.
So Rayas, the reason why I'm shooting and filming this video is because I want to give clarity to the previous video, which was a vlog where we had actually contracted COVID. That's the reason why I decided to do this video, to give more life to that video specifically, because I feel like there were a lot of things that were unclear and unclarified when we are talking about that video in particular. If you have not watched that vlog, I will leave a tab right here. or I will link it down below. But if you are streaming this, you probably have seen that tab, but then if you are not, the link will be down below. So I'm gonna give a brief summary, or not actually a brief summary, but a whole synopsis of what actually happened. So it was on a Monday, right? And then my mother got sick, right? She kept on thinking it was flu, not COVID, right? Then I was at a time I was still going to school. Actually, I'm still attending school, but it was not during holidays. I was still attending school, and then I was actually the only person in the house that was attending school, because it was near closing date. Like, it was near the end of term 2, and you know how it is here in schools. Like, when terms are about to close or finish, schools tend to be a little bit slow, so learners will most of the time not go to school, especially if they are done writing. But because I'm still matriculating, I had to go to school, right? So then, now I'm still going to school. It's the next day, so it's Tuesday now. My mother in the morning, she's not getting any better, so she decides to go to the clinic. Not actually the clinic, the GP, general practitioner, to get a checkup. And then I go to school. On Tuesday, I tell my friends, I'm like, you guys, I don't know what's up, but I don't want to give you guys the flu, because I might have contracted the flu from my mother. So I'm telling my friends that this during break, because remember, as much as this, we wear mask in school and blah 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 blah, but during break I have to take it off, because I have to eat, right? And I tell my friends, make sure that you at least keep some sort of distance, because I really don't know what's up. She gets us home. I come here at home, and I remember I told my friends to distance. It's so ironic, man. One of my friends believed I was lying, because in terms of my friend group, I never really get sick as much. So they were shocked for me to say I might have the flu and blah 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 blah. They even thought I'm lying. I'm just trying to build some sort of attitude to avoid them in a way. I don't know if that makes sense. So then I then come home, and then my mother tells me, the doctor literally advised her to take the COVID test, because as much as she thinks it's flu, it's not COVID, it might be COVID. Now she gets tested. Remember, it was Tuesday. Now I can't miss school because I suspect that I have COVID, and the worst part about it, I did not have the signs and symptoms of COVID, so I can't be absent because I think I have COVID. That seems like it's an excuse that I'm trying to make. So with that being said, me having to go to school, I now tell my friends, I was like, guys, there might be a possibility that I now have COVID. It's no longer flu. So can we keep distance? Because the other thing that made us to not keep to keep distance, or is because we used to share our food. I know that's not the most advisable thing, but then our thing is that we spend most of the time together. So even if we don't share the food, somehow we're gonna share whatever viruses and diseases that we have. I don't know if that makes sense, and I hope that doesn't sound ridiculous in a way. So then now it's Wednesday. I tell them to distance themselves, to please. Mommy's still thinking that I'm giving them altitude, I'm trying to avoid them, but it's not a case, not a case. I am about to get COVID, but I don't know at this point. Remember, I'm still suspecting. Now, the results did not come back on Wednesday. The problem was, at the time, it was the third wave. It was when the Delta variant took over, and it did things that it had to do. I don't know if that makes sense, but it was around the Delta variant time, so it was the third wave here in South Africa. So testing, even when you test, your results will get them after a very long time. Like, it took so much time to get your results. So then I have to still go to school on Wednesday. Then now Thursday, here's now things going out. I'm like, yeah, haha, things about to be real. So now I wake up in the morning and I can feel that I'm not really well, but I'm not having signs and symptoms of COVID. It's just like a headache and like some blockage. That's it. But I'm not even that serious for me to say I can miss school. And also the reason why I did not take it serious is because my mother keeps on thinking that she has flu. She's doubting that she has COVID. And also it's winter. Winter is flu season, you understand? And I also suspected that it was flu at the time, right? So then I go to school and I keep on getting worse. And I'm like, this ain't flu. I'm like, whatever that entered my system, this ain't the flu. Right? Then I tell my friends, oh guys, now on a serious note, you need to social distance, because now whatever that I'm having and whatever that I'm feeling, as much as this, it might not be COVID, but at the end of the day, I'm sick. You understand? I'm sick. So then we do the distancing. Mommy still thinks I'm giving attitude and trying, then all the G's, and then time progresses. It's now break. I'm now completely sick, and I'm like to myself, whatever that has entered my system, it ain't no flu. This is different. I know my body when I get a flu or get a cold. I know how my body reacts. I was like, this is a little bit different, right? Then I got worse. Still tried to push through the day. I remember after school trying to walk to the transport, and it was so difficult for me. And I remember it was difficult for me. I literally, when I got into the transport, I literally took the whole row of seats because I was lying down and I needed to like sleep in a way. I thought somebody was at the door. So then, I get at home. Hold up. Sorry for the sound change. My mic was off. When I get at home, my body literally now let go. I got so worse. It was not even funny. And the worst part, when I got at home, I found my sister being sick too. I was like, my sister that you know, Renee, that I've done a joint channel with, everything out of so with. Sharp. Time progresses, right? And now I'm sleeping on my bed. Now I'm gonna mention the signs and symptoms that I had. I had this horrendous headache. When I talk about horrible headaches, I was thinking about that headache. It was so horrible. Then, after that headache, I had blocked noses, and my chest was a little bit like not painful but a little bit sore, and I had a dry cough, right? And also what would also happen, my homeostasis was not balancing. So then what would happen when I would like keep warm, like when I got into bed and like use the blanket to keep warm, my body, I got so hot, like I was literally even sweating. But then when I would get out of the blanket, I would get so cold, like I would, even if you would touch me, I was so cold. And it's so funny because my temperature dropped drastically. Like when I would get into bed, it would change drastically, and then also when I would get out of bed, it will drop drastically. So that was the signs and symptoms that I had. But now here's the thing that was fine. The next day when I went to test, when I actually started the vlog, the previous vlog now, I had felt better now. All of the symptoms, like the headache, has went away. The blocked nose has, like, yes, I was still a little bit blocked, but compared to the previous day, you understand. So then the dry cough went away, but I still had a little bit of sore throat. Like my throat was a little bit irritated because of the coughing, and then my chest was clear. So now here's the thing. Then I went to test. Remember, that's when I started the vlog, and then I got home. It was like I was no longer sick. But then at the time, because the day before when I actually was sick, my mother had actually received her results, which tested positive. She tested positive. The day that I came home, meaning yesterday, in terms of this story that I'm explaining, my mother tested, the results came back that she tested positive. Now this is on a Thursday, right? Then on the Friday, it's when I started the vlog and going to test for COVID. Then I actually on that Friday I decided not to go to school because obviously my mother had now contracted COVID. And I called my friends and I'm like, to you guys, if you have any signs and symptoms of COVID, please go test, because I might have given the COVID to you. And as much as this, we were social distancing. When I was wearing my mask, like I made sure I would always wear my mask. Even when I would eat, I would literally take it off, take a bite, close it, because I do not want to infect my friends. So then I come back from testing. Now I'm a little bit better, right? And then the doctor had advised for us to be in our own rooms, to quarantine in our own rooms. When you would leave your room, you'd wear your mask so that we don't reinfect each other. That's why we had to stay in our rooms. And also the people who tested positive was me, my mother, and my sister Renee. So my father didn't test positive, and my cousin. So after testing positive, we quarantined, right? So now a lot of people have been asking me if I took lengana. Lengana is this traditional herb that we use here in South Africa, especially the Tswana and Beni people. I don't know about other cultures if they do take in this herb. I don't know the English name of it, but a lot of people, when they have contracted the COVID, they use it, especially with flu also. Alright, so lengana, I did not drink lengana during the quarantine period. I actually drank lengana before contracting COVID. But then also, I don't like lengana. Lengana ga le monate. So you understand, like, it's disgusting. I don't want that. So the medication that I took, as you guys, if you wanna see the medication that I took, just go watch the previous video or the vlog that I uploaded, which will be linked down below. Right? So then we did. The people who tested positive was me, my sister, my mother, and then my other cousin, who's my sister actually, didn't test positive, and my father did not test positive. So my sister, the one who didn't test positive, had to leave because we did not want to risk her getting infected. And then my father had to stay because he was going to be the one who's a caretaker for us. That's why my father had to stay. If you actually watch the vlog, you know that my father was the one who was taking care of us, for example, providing us food, anything that we needed. Also, in terms of the medication, we did this homemade humidifier. If you actually saw the vlog, I would use this humidifier, and then we would use homemade one, and then you would pour eucalyptus oil, which filled the room, and also I was inhaling it like directly so that I can unblock my nose and be clear. Now, if you actually watch the vlog, you are aware that on the day 6, I was actually okay. Like, I was completely okay. That's why I actually even shot my first Amapiano playlist video. If you have not seen it, I'll also link it down below, or I will leave a tab right here. So yeah, like, we did our quarantine. I did 14 days of quarantine. My sister did 13 days, and then my mother did 20 days. It was actually a month, but then because she had broken out, she had went out after 20 days, meaning she has actually broke her quarantine. So that's why I'm saying 20 days, even though she stayed here at home. literally for 40 days. For 30 something days, meaning a whole month. So now the reason why we actually had to stay in our own bedrooms, each and every one of us who were quarantining, it was because we do not want to reinfect each other. If like maybe I'm cured, going maybe like to my sister's room who might still be infected, she might lead to me being reinfected with the virus. So hence why the doctor did advise us to stay in our own rooms, right? And also here in South Africa, after quarantining, you don't test again. Here in South Africa, you just go out. That's how it is. And also the reason why it's like that is because with what scientists say, I'm not sure this is not medical advice. After 10 days, you are no longer contagious, meaning that you are no longer spreading the virus. So hence, it's okay for you to still go out. But this means that you might still have COVID, just that you are no longer contagious. That is all, right? So now, I mentioned the medication that the medication that I took was on the previous vlog. Lingana. The reason why I showed this video is that I want you guys to take this seriously and go vaccinate. If you are able to vaccinate, here in South Africa it is free to vaccinate. We have two vaccines that are being enrolled out, which is the Johnson & Johnson vaccine and the Pfizer. The Pfizer, remember, you take it twice, you have 2 doses, and then the Johnson & Johnson, you take it once. With the Pfizer, after taking your first shot, you're going to take it again after 45 or 42 days. That I stand to be corrected. Do not quote me on that. I'm not really sure, but I know you take it 2 times. So it's really important that we reach herd immunity, even though yes, we have surpassed 20 million vaccines, like 20 million people being vaccinated, which it's almost half of the population, meaning that's actually great for us, so that COVID doesn't keep on jumping. I don't know if that makes sense. But then I really want you all to go vaccinate if possible. And vaccines here in South Africa are free. You don't need to pay. Still keep your distance. It's important that you actually keep your social distancing and wearing your mask. I know things seems to be getting better, or we are back to normal life, but COVID still does exist. We still are living in a pandemic. So we really still need to take it serious. As much as yes, it's not as deadly as it used to be, but it's still deadly. COVID can still kill, and COVID is still killing. So please take precautionary measures by wearing your mask, sanitizing, and distancing yourself. So this video was for me to give you guys more clarity and more explanation about how COVID was for me. I do want to say COVID did not affect me as how other people that did. A lot of people that have had COVID, or a lot of people that I know personally who had COVID, they say it's the worst thing they've ever experienced. I don't think, yes, don't get me wrong, I did feel the bad way part of it, but I had previously in my life, I had way worse diseases that I've had, so I was able to handle COVID. COVID did not really take me down as how other people, it has taken them down. So for me personally, it did not affect me as how other people did. And also it's how my mother did. My mother, it showed her budra. It showed her budra. It did not play with her. And also, the reason why I was so annoyed with contracting COVID was because my parents went the world lockdown last year in March. Both of my parents were still working. You understand? My parents both of them were still working. So for me, it was a little bit, really? When we had COVID, because I was like, I stayed this long without getting COVID. I stayed over a year without getting COVID. And my mother is a nurse, so she's likely to contract COVID, but she didn't, you understand? So then, for us to get it at a point where I was like, we have pushed. I was so pissed off because I really wanted to go through this pandemic without actually getting COVID in any whatsoever. Now, also, I do want to mention that we were very fortunate in my house to not be able to contract COVID. We are one of the people who, as much as yes, we have contracted COVID, but it was way later. Most people who contracted it where we still didn't have much information about it, you understand? So yeah, I was so bummed, like honestly. And also the reason why I shot these videos because I wanted to give and create clarity for you guys. I wanted to give you guys more clarity in terms of the situation here, COVID here in my house, and the vlog that you just watched. Now here's the thing also they don't tell you: readjusting back to life after having quarantined. It's really difficult. It's the same way how, like for me, and I know I've not talked about it, but like for me, when I was coming back from lockdown to now going to the real world, going to school, having physical contact with people, it was really difficult for me to adjust. Even with quarantine, it was really difficult for me to adjust again. But COVID really taught me to enjoy life. Life is too short to keep on dwelling on things that do not help you, that do not grow, that do not benefit you. So for me, it was really important for me to, it's actually now more important than ever to live my life the best way possibly how. Like I don't take my life granted. And as much as yes, I have had a face right now, in that face, if you have been following my channel, you know that I did 2 videos where I was explaining what had happened in my life. And those videos were live, so if you actually go through my channel, you'll see those 2 videos. And then also, if you watch my Instagram page, you know that I've not really been that active recently, but I've gotten back to things. So please go follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I always leave my link on the social media pages down below. I'm now trying to come back to Facebook. I had left it. Twitter, I'm now active again. Instagram, I'm still getting back to the hang of things, but do go follow me, because most of the time my daily things and my daily rants, I usually post them there on social media than instead of YouTube. So if you like my vlogs, I would highly advise that you actually go follow me on Instagram. You won't regret it, and Facebook and Twitter. And also, I feel like you guys don't comment anymore on my channel. Like honestly, I feel like you guys don't comment anymore on my channel, because I feel like when I would check my old videos, we used to comment down below. So I want you now in this video to comment if you have had COVID, and if you have had COVID, how was the experience for you? And if you did not have COVID, please just leave a comment down below. Just guys, it really does help with the algorithm. So it's really important for me that you comment. It's important to help the channel to grow. As you guys saw on the live, I've been complaining about the growth here on this channel, so I would really appreciate it if you guys start commenting and share your stories, man. Share if you've had COVID. Comment down below if you've had COVID and how was the experience for you. And if you did not have COVID, as I always say, just leave a comment down below. And guys, also like, you guys don't like us how you used to be. I don't know what's happening. You guys are no longer liking my videos. You guys are no longer commenting on my videos. I don't know if I'm boring or what, but please do hit a like button and also comment down below. It helps with the algorithm. It helps for my channel to grow, but also it also helps you guys, because if you love my content, YouTube understands, like when you like, it's like, okay, this person likes this type of content, let's create that. So it also helps your algorithm in terms of what shows up on your feed. So please, it is important that you like and comment. I hear a lot of people saying, oh, can we watch your video? How will I know if you did not at least leave a crown? I mean, it's just simple. You just go to the comment section, your emojis, and leave a crown. I'm really pleading with you guys. And also subscribe. Literally 65% of y'all who are watching my videos have not subscribed. Porn. Guys, this is not porn. Don't watch in secret. The reason why, guys, it was a joke where Tato Rampedi, and I forgot the YouTuber who she had a collab with, they were talking about how you need to subscribe. You are not watching porn. So yeah, please do subscribe. You are not watching porn. So it's free of charge. It's not Netflix where you have to pay for a subscription. It's free. Guys, please also do share my videos. It helps my channel if you share, and it also helps your friends to get proper content creators. Yes, I now officially call myself a content creator. I mean, after creating 40 something videos, you should be able to be bold and say you are a content creator. I do want to reach 1,000 subscribers at the end of the year, But now with how my channel has been growing, that's unrealistic. But I do really have that hope that we will reach 100 subscribers. I mean 100,000 subscribers. And to the new people on my channel, welcome. Last week, by the time I'm filming this, I'm on 93 subscribers, which it was a jump from the 70 to 77 subscribers. So I literally had this huge jump taking place on my channel, where I went from 77 subscribers to 93 subscribers, and it's all thanks to my friend Pesi, Udi, Tenolo, and Luis, who kept on sharing my videos and sharing my content with their friends. Thank you guys so much, subscribers. So to the new people, welcome. It is nice, right? It is nice. As Thick Leonto will say, it's nice, it's different, it's unusual. And yeah, I love creating vlogs. If you are new to the channel, I love creating vlogs and fashion content and playlists for music. And I love making comments on what's happening in terms of socially and pop culture and etc. I really appreciate the love that you've been giving me, you guys. Please don't forget to wear your confidence crown. Much love. Oikinye.